Hi everyone. I wanted to make a really quick video. First of all, I want to start off by saying I really appreciate everybody that viewed and shared the video, and I want to clarify something. A lot of times I speak to African American single mothers, but everybody is really welcome. Reason why I speak that way, I'm from New Jersey originally, and I also attended church in the area, so basically I'm kind of speaking from my cultural experience. It's just like people who parents came to this country from another country, and some of their struggles that they speak of as they came here as an immigrant. I was born here, and I just reflect back on my own personal culture. So please don't be offended by anything I'm saying. It's for everybody, but that's one of my main objectives, is to try to help people that was in a situation that I saw growing up. Now, I'm also located in the New Jersey area. A lot of people are reaching out for help, information. So if you have churches or some kind of organization, especially if it's in New York City, somewhere like within an hour radius, Philadelphia, in the Newark area, in the New Jersey area, I will be glad to come out maybe on a Saturday or on a weekend where I can clear my schedule and speak to everyone like at one time, especially if it's going to help situations or help certain groups. So I'm extending that offer. And I wanted to say thank you to everyone that has viewed. I'm sorry I can't get to everybody, and this is why I'm extending the offer out. But I'm going to speak on some important parts of collections. So I'm going to say this is collections part 3. I was talking to a friend and brought up a subject that I wanted to mention anyway. One thing you have to be aware of, some of you are experiencing a lawyer or a law office contacting you, representing the company that you may owe. I want you to be aware that lawyers are now becoming debt collectors. They're purchasing this debt, and a lot of them will pose themselves as representing the credit or whoever, the credit card company, or they might act like they're representing the medical billing company when that debt has actually been charged off. So the same rules basically kind of apply with them. The only thing is with these guys, they're located in your state, and a lot of them will start making moves to take you to court with the court proceedings. Like, I live in the state of New Jersey, so I have dealt with this, and you can fight them too, but it's really going to take some effort for you to really learn your local laws, whether for civil court, and here is anything over, I believe, 15,000 is considered civil court, and anything below is special civil. So there's different terms, but you can also write your own briefs. I will refer you to this website that I found set up for this. And, like I said, I'm not giving legal advice. I'm not in that position, but I'm just letting you know, you can represent yourself. It's called Beat Pressler and Pressler.com. Or is it, I believe it's Defeat Pressler and Pressler.com. And it was a gentleman that put up some information, especially if you're located in the state of New Jersey. It's a great starting point to look at his point of view and his experience and what happened. So that's where I started to set up some things for myself. And I gave some tips, or let other people see what I actually written up. I'm not an attorney. I can't represent anybody. Not a licensed attorney. I never did represent anybody. So, when you're dealing with attorneys, it gets really, really sticky. But you can, and same rules apply. It's just, you have to get to what's called the discovery process, where you can press them in your interrogatory questions that you will send to them, whatever like your standards of court proceedings is in your state, and it goes on a state to state basis. Then in that discovery period, you can find out in the question, and you can press them to see if the debt was charged off. And then you can ask them if it was sold and who purchased the debt. Now, some of them, they have tactics where they try not to answer the questions, but, certain court proceedings, you might have to file a motion to press them to really answer the questions that you are trying to get to the root of in order to show that debt was charged off, and then press them to prove or show the paper trail on where they have a right to collect. So the law, it equates to them too. But because they're an attorney, a lot of times people are intimidated. And don't look for other attorneys to so much defend you, even if you know this fact. Attorneys, a lot of times, it's a better strategy for them just to negotiate out your debt. That's why they'll tell you, oh, I can negotiate out a deal, because I would rather make a phone call than actually go to court and do paperwork in order to really push for your rights. So please be aware of that. So like I said, I just want to give you guys that note. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a blessed week, blessed Sunday. God bless.